Hey everyone, welcome back to the Mamavi channel. First, I'd like to thank everyone that has liked, subscribed, interacts with the channel, shares the content if they can, and if you truly want to stay updated with what I bring to you on this channel, then hit that subscribe and bell button if you haven't already. There's a couple of interesting projects that I found, trying to see where the money is flowing, but I'll bring that in the next video. So if you want to keep yourself updated with that kind of thing, if you're interested in that kind of content, then be sure to like and subscribe. So today what I want to do is to just go through a couple of tweets there. So this was a tweet by Moonshot Josh. You all know Moonshot Josh. He's essentially talking about MetaLex. If you do not know what MetaLex is, it's a decentralized derivatives exchange that is being designed, or that is actually designed by Fetch.AI, because it's out there. You can use it on Ethereum, you can use it on the Binance Smart Chain, and they're planning to expand onto Polygon. They're designing a mobile application for the exchange. So this is going to be big. This is one platform being built by a very powerful team that knows what they're doing, and they're constantly working and iterating and looking out for the right partnerships and the right people so that they bring this massive platform out there into the real world. So essentially on MetaLex you can trade derivatives, metals, first metals, you can short and long commodities, you can trade say Ethereum against Bitcoin, you can trade Bitcoin against Tesla, so you can trade metals, gold against silver. So it's a very interesting ecosystem. So you can just go to metalex.com and check it out. You can also liquid farm by providing different pairs, USDT with a MetaLex token, the Fed token with a MetaLex token. So you can liquid farm and actually make some side income by being a liquid provider on this platform. So let's go back to the tweet. So here Moonshot Josh is saying how some information leaked about MetaLex on Telegram, and he also talks about the market capitalization of MetaLex, which is 15 million tokens, and the current circulating supply is 3 million tokens. So there's a very limited amount of token, and considering the type of market that this platform is trying to capture, the whole metals derivatives and the whole derivatives market capitalization is in trillions of dollars. So I think that might be something you might want to look into. Not financial advice, people. So I found this quite interesting. So MetaLex Dex LP rewards launch. This has been the primary focus of the dev team. The reward functionality was implemented on staging and the user interface has been updated. Tests are going, but so far everything is working as expected. And they talk about the mobile app as well. The team incorporated Web3 functionalities in the mobile app and has been conducting tests in an emulator. Then the influencer outreach. I think Fetch and MetaLex are trying to reach out for certain influencers. They're calling them key opinion leaders to help grow the space. So I don't know if this is professionally or on social media platforms like YouTube, Twitter. I'm not too sure. I guess they'll give us more information on that. Then the other tweet I wanted to look out to bring to your attention is this one by Michael Reuter. I don't know how to pronounce his last name, but I always pronounce it as Reuter. Anyway, he's the CEO of Mobix. I've done a video on Mobix. That's the company that wants to airdrop tokens called MobX tokens to Fetch holders when Fetch.AI finally fully migrates the staking contract onto the mainnet. What Mobix focuses on is micromobility, and they're very big on things like identity. So one of the factors that they look out for as they're building that company is truly protecting the user identity and having the user in control of their own identity as they build this decentralized micromobility platform. So I think there was an article put out there that Datarella, the company that's behind Mobix, that's building the Mobix ecosystem, so they were quoting an article that in EU there was an announcement that could be very big in something around identity and how they could build an identity system in Europe where everyone can sort of present that and use that to log in into other platforms like Facebook and Google instead of having to rely on those platforms' identity requirements. So this was quite interesting. If you're into something like this, I think it's something you might be interested in. Then was this blockchain for Europe summit that happened, and one of the panelists, one of the hosts was Humayun Sheikh, the CEO of Fetch.AI, and he had a few complaints about how Europe is running things and how there's not enough funding, but he brought us up to speed with expectations of Fetch.AI and how it can largely influence the future of industry, Web 3.0 autonomous economic agents, which is their focus, and how that machine to machine and human to machine interaction. So from everything that was said, Human Shik was quoted here saying algorithm machines will have their own economic decision making to do. Unless you enable that, you will not see true decentralization. So guys, if you haven't really checked out Fetch.AI, I think it's one of those projects that absolutely has a massive competitive advantage over any other project that I've seen in the cryptocurrency space. There are very many other interesting projects that are going to do big things, that are going to evolve into massive industries, especially in the decentralized space. But I like Fetch.AI because they have a true competitive advantage, and what they're building is really hard and extremely hard to copy. So if a company has that, it's something that you want to keep an eye out for. So the last tweet we want to look at is by Julian. So he's very active on Twitter, and he's a very big proponent of the Fetch.AI ecosystem. So we can see his tweet here: 100% agree with Humayun Shik when it comes to investment regarding Europe. Europe needs to up their game to don't fall behind. For every $1 spent on NASA moon mission, the US economy got paid back $14. So I didn't actually read the whole tweet. So the reason why I presented this tweet is obviously because Julian is active in the space, but also I found an article that he might be interested in, or you guys might be interested to read, which is this: proposed legislation in Germany could allow $425 billion to flow into crypto. And then you can go ahead to read it here. A new German law could theoretically bring as much as 350 euros or $425 billion of institutional investment into the cryptocurrency market, financial newspaper Borsen reported. So the report cites analysts by Steven Heldenbratt, CEO of Distributed Ledger Consulting. The bill, which was approved by Germany's parliament last week, is expected to take effect on July 1st if it is approved by the upper house. Under the legislation, wealth and institutional investment fund managers known as special funds will be able to invest up to 20% of their portfolio in crypto. If they all did so to the 20% limit, nearly 425 billion would move from other assets into crypto based on the total assets under management of such funds in Germany. So the legislation could prove a significant development for wider acceptance of crypto institutional investment across Europe, given Germany's status as the Eurozone's most powerful economy. There have been other signs of such acceptance of crypto emanating from Germany in recent months, with Dutch Bank announcing its intention to offer custody and brokerage services to its institutional clients in December. So guys, if you've seen many of my old videos, there's a ton of money that has been flowing within the crypto space, within Germany, within Europe. Many of the huge companies like Bosch Global, Festo, T-Mobile, and other companies that we haven't even heard of are absolutely supporting and pushing a lot of money into private blockchain companies. So I guess the argument, if you watch the Blockchain for Europe summit, the argument that Humayun Shik was saying is that they should be a lot more focused in terms of incentivizing blockchain-based companies, because what usually happens, I think his argument comes from, because we all know that in the past, Humayun Shik was an investor in DeepMind, which was then taken over by Google. So I think he wasn't very proud of that. So he's seeing the same things that could happen with blockchain industry, where people work so hard to develop solutions within Europe, and then someone from the US comes in with money and then swoops the projects over. So I think it's not like there's any issue with that, but I think the argument is that, you know, Europe really needs to up its game, like Julian said, and pay attention to the companies that are struggling, that are trying to build solutions that will not only help Europe, but also the rest of the world. For example, a product like Fetch.AI really would help the whole world, because these are decentralized platforms that can be used and accessed by anyone, everywhere, no matter what their race, creed, or belief systems are. So guys, hope you enjoyed the video. That's all I wanted to bring to you. I think it's pretty interesting if you look beyond the surface and dig deeper into some of these tweets or some of these reports. I think they put a lot of things into perspective. Hope you enjoyed this short one today, guys. Take care. Have a good one. See you on the next one.